Hi there again, BookTube. Welcome to Leanne's Library. Doing another vlog style video of me reading Volume 2 of Fullmetal Alchemist by... I'm not even going to say the name because I'll butcher it and it'll be really bad. Anyway, so I read Volume 1 quite a while ago. I've also watched a little bit of the anime on the TV a while ago. So I thought I'd get to Volume 2 as anticipated by my TBR game this month. So I just read Chapter 5, so the first chapter of Volume 2. I forgot that, well, I didn't forget it happened, but I didn't want it to come, but it came. It's the Chimera chapter, and if you guys have read or watched Fullmetal Alchemist, you'll know exactly what I mean. The Chimera one, where the scientist decides, or not the scientist, the alchemist of a certain place decides that he's going to, first off, turn his wife into a chimera, so mix her up with something. And then he tells the world that his wife leaves him because she basically wanted to die because she knew what she was. And it was like, oh, it's the first chimera that can speak human. Yeah, that's because he's put human in there. So she wanted to die, and then she died. She literally killed herself from starvation. It was that bad. And now he wants to continue being the city's alchemist. And I can't remember what the name for it is because my mind's rubbish like that. But he wants to continue being state alchemist, that's it. And basically he's got nothing. So he sees his daughter and sees his dog and he's like, yep, I'll chimera them. After seeing his wife wanting to die and kill herself, he does that to his young daughter and his dog, his pet dog. And on top of that, he has a lab full of gone wrong chimeras and he's failing. So he decides to put his daughter in the mix. Disgraceful. Disgusting. I cringed reading it because I knew what was coming. I cringed reading it whilst it was happening. I cringed watching it when I was watching the anime. Oh, and I cringe even more now that I'm a parent and I can't even imagine ever doing anything close. Not even... Oh. It's just so disgusting. She's basically... She can talk and she remembers little snippets of her life, but because she's so young, she doesn't quite understand what's going on and it's so horrible. And then at the end of the chapter, the guy with the cross scar on his face comes and kills them, like he's putting them out of the misery kind of thing. Like he kills the guy because he's done awful horrible things, but he kills the little girl / dog because it's not really a life worth living and it's so horrible. Didn't like that chapter too much. It made my brain bad. So let's hope the next chapter's better, eh? I'll see you in the next clip. Wish me luck! Hi, so I just finished chapter 6, which was quick because manga, quick reads. So this was the chapter where the guy with the scar on his face meets two Ulrich brothers. And yeah, Edward just got his arm shattered, like his metal arm. It just got destroyed. So the guy with the scar on his face is trying to take them apart piece by piece. He's in a bad way, and he's just had his arm shattered. So, eek, how are they going to get out of this mess? I also want to point out that they deal really, really well with trauma in this book. So, obviously, the two brothers have lost their mum, and they tried to bring her back to life. And that's why he is in a metal suit and he has a metal arm and leg, as far as I'm aware. He lost all of his body and wants it back, and he lost parts of his body. Him being the younger brother, him being the older brother, even though people confuse it all the time, which makes them a bit angry and upset. So yeah, the whole thing about this series is that they want to find the Philosopher's Stone, get back his body, and his body parts that he should have, I guess, and get back to normal, and hopefully even maybe save the mother. If I think they may still want to do that, but they need the Philosopher's Stone to be able to get them the amount of power to be able to get back to normal. So I think that's their goal through this book, but they deal with a lot of trauma. So at the beginning of this chapter I just read, Edward just had an awful, horrible dream. Like, it started with him giving a gift to his mother that he'd transmuted. And then she was all like, oh, you couldn't put me back together though, could you? And then she started like bleeding, and it was kind of gruesome. And he bolted up in bed and got really upset. So I think it does deal well with trauma, and that like they still react to the things that are traumatic in their life, and the things that like set their goals and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think this series does really well with all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter, and I'll get back to you soon. See you in a minute. So I just finished chapter 7 of volume 2, and basically it was a standoff between the guy with the scar on his face and a massive load of alchemists, including the two of these. And one of the alchemists, the big strong one with the mustache, I think, he basically started fighting him, as well as a few other alchemists. And he managed to escape via the sewer, and nobody was following him down there. So that's basically what that chapter was, which was good. You know, they chased him off, but they haven't gotten rid of him yet. So we'll see if that ever happens. Right, so I'll get back to you after the next chapter. Just finished the whole of the second volume of Fullmetal Alchemist, and wow, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it, actually. It's very quick paced and fun to read. So the last chapter was about this doctor who was like healing people with alchemy, but he used to be used by the state to make like weapons in the Civil War and stuff, and the things that he made killed many, many, many people in the war, and he feels a massive, massive amount of guilt for that, and it's caused him a lot of pain and suffering, and so him helping people is his way of kind of coping with that. So he stole like a load of information and data from the state and ran away, and is going by an alias, and so he's now healing people and helping people with his alchemy, not licensed and all that kind of stuff, so he's kind of doing it illegally. So they've kind of pretended like he's just a state doctor, so they're not going to report him. But then at the end of the chapter, this lady showed up from the state, or from the people who are doing bad things, basically. And now she knows where the data is, as well as these two. So they're both going after it, and we'll just have to see who gets there first and who is actually gonna, like, they'll probably end up having a fight or something. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I've really enjoyed volume 2, apart from the awful chimera bit, which was made me cringe and just feel horrible, bad feelings. So, but yeah, I did enjoy volume 2 as a whole, and the fact that it made me feel that is just very, very good writing. So yeah, I am excited to read volume 3 at some point soon, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching my views on Fullmetal Alchemist volume 2, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, ta-ta for now.